Okay, so this is part of a series on how to make wine at home. So in this stage I am sterilizing the bottles. I have one sink with my cleaning soap. I clean them and then I sterilize them using boiled water. Then what I do is I set up the demijohn and the bottles lined up. Now usually you can tell when your wine is done that the airlock will no longer be bubbling. Now if I were to move this around, the airlock would bubble, but that's just because some air is getting in. So usually your wine is ready and done within 6 weeks. I'll show for demonstration purposes. I like to rinse them and wash them about twice. Carefully rinse out all the soapy water and take the boiling water and pour. You don't have to fill the whole bottle all the way to the top. Just sort of get it in so that it's almost like 1/10 of the bottle full of water. And usually I like to use the bottles with they were screw top bottles originally, and those type of bottles are easier to cork. Now I'm going to clean and sterilize this tube. I'm using just general kind of tube and just wash it and then use boiling water. Okay, so now that I have my bottles ready, all in position, I need to remove the airlock and the plug from the demijohn. And usually you can tell that the demijohn is ready and you're ready to bottle when the airlock is there's no longer any sort of bubbling. Now this is bubbling just a bit because I moved it, but usually it should be fine. So I'm going to emphasize that you got to use care, because if you don't take it out properly, or if it wasn't put in properly, sometimes the plug can sort of fall in. So now I'm just going to remove it very carefully. So I remove the airlock by basically pushing and pulling back and forth, like so. Now to remove the plug, I use a butter knife and sort of do the same motion. Alright, now that I have removed my plug, I take the tube and put it into the demijohn. Now it's important to make sure that the tube is thoroughly sterilized using boiling water, and be very careful when doing the tube, whatever tube you're using. Some people use an automatic pump. So now I take it and put the demijohn on a higher level surface than where the bottles are, and then basically that uses gravity to basically make the wine move down the tube into the bottle. So now basically all you do is suck on the on one end near the bottom of the floor of the tube, and then put the bottle. Now the bottle is filling with the wine. Be very careful when transitioning, because you're liable to spill. And the final stage is corking, which is fairly straightforward, so I'm not going to bother to put an instruction for it. And behold the finished product.
Listen to this guy, 'cause he makes damn good wine. Yeah.